as much as Steiny does. Out of context. We're talking about Mike, people. Your mind's out of the gutter. What's up, Steiny? You think Steiny liked what took place yesterday? Wasn't he at the game? I think Goo was at the game, too. They were at Chase Center watching it. Gutsy win, nonetheless, for the Golden State Warriors. 110-105. Some might say it was a shameless loss, though, by the Sacramento Kings. Blatantly fouling with over 3 minutes to go. When they had a lead, Doug McDermott just pulling on Steph Curry, saying, hey,
I think he stinks.
Doug Christie just say, hey, foul him. Rest is history. Now the Kings are a half game back of that all-important third overall pick, because they're at the fourth right now, tied with Utah. And if you get a top 3 pick in the draft, you have a 14% chance to get number 1 overall and a 52% chance to get top 4. If you are between that 4, 5, 6, you got that 11.5% chance at number 1 overall, and then that top 4 falls to 45.2%. So they're playing the numbers game, and they're shameless about it, Joe. They're very shameless about it. And how do we fix it? That's going to be the big talking point of the offseason for Adam Silver and company. It's not going to be, the Boston Celtics, the Thunder. It's not going to be, the Lakers, what are they going to do? Luka, LeBron, the Warriors, Steph Curry. No, it's going to be about tanking. Not about the storylines, tanking. And is that what we want? I don't think that's what we want. The NFL, they're a 3-6-5 league. And do we talk about tanking to an extent? We talked about the Raiders and Giants, what they were being shameless, keeping out certain players, the Max Crosbys of the world, and other top prospects. Maybe they didn't want to get hurt. That's how they say anyways. But I mean, we're talking 2 teams. We're not talking 10. And that's what we're dealing with in the NBA this season. 10 teams. Washington, Indiana, Utah, Sacramento, Memphis, Dallas, New Orleans. You don't even have their top 10 pick. Chicago, Milwaukee. Boom. There you go.
I don't expect everyone to be great. Every league, there's going to be good teams. There's going to be bad teams. Mm-hmm. There's going to be teams in the middle. And I'm not even saying that you have to play everyone in every game. Kristaps didn't play last night. Is the knee injury real, or are they load managing him? I don't know. Like, at this point, you guys are able to do what you want with that. But when you're deliberately trying to lose in the final couple minutes the way that they did, again, the equivalent would be deliberately hitting a guy to walk in a run, deliberately missing a ground ball to let a runner on base so they can come around and score on purpose, deliberately fumbling or interception or tackling a wide receiver or face masking a running back to give the team a first down so that they keep the ball and win the game. Right. Like, that's what it felt like to me. It felt like we crossed the line. And maybe I'm just losing my mind. Maybe it's just me.
It's not just you, Joe, because there's a big article released this morning from ESPN and our guy, Anthony Slater. This is multiple pages. It's like 10 pages long. Sam printed it out, and we appreciate it, Sammy.
But I feel like the old head saying it. Like, again, I got my 2.5-year-old in the bed with me. We're lying on the bed. I got Giants on the iPad. I got the Warriors on the big screen. After I saw Doug Christie and they showed the zoomed out highlight, and I'm listening to Festus and Bob, and I want to defend them, Bob Fitzgerald and Festus. What are they supposed to say? Or excuse me, Kalena Azubuike, not Festus. What are they supposed to say?
They're in a very tricky position.
There are some things you cannot say out loud when you are a partner of the league and of the team.
Yeah, you can't just say
defend them.
Yeah, you can't just say, "Oh, they're clearly trying to tank."
But I could tell because I've been listening to Fitz for 30 years. His tone was like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me." Yeah, and the Warriors were going to lose that. Maybe they would have lost that game.
I think they were.
Right? Like, I felt like they were, which is a sad sentence all in itself. I drew the line on that. Like, I'm like, all right, this is too blatant for me.
It is a Warriors Wednesday brought to you by Freeman's Appliance. Come see their full selection of in-stock luxury appliances in live working vignettes. Visit Freeman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill today. Let's visit out to the phone lines again. Wants to talk tanking in the NBA. How do we solve it? And was that the straw that broke your back watching that game last night, NBA fans? Ned in San Francisco. What's up, Ned? You're on the roast.
Hey, Ned.
Hey, guys. Okay, so here's your new buzz phrase. Basically, last place is the new second place, okay? And it's just, come on, we know this. We also know that the way this stuff hits sports is different. It doesn't happen. It can't be as impactful in any other sport than basketball, because basketball has 5 players and
Sure.
one player can make a huge difference. All right, so so it's not, I don't even think it's, first of all, it's the gambling mentality that would just as soon bet on who loses as who wins. And I think the proliferation of gambling has just destroyed
I'm with you.
The spirit of competition. But here's the thing. There has to be, you got to change the draft, because you're not going to change the greedy owners. So the idea is, what if they've got AI, they look at a play and the NBA will get on the radio the next day and say, yeah, that was a bad call. Well, listen, you know who's tanking. I know who's tanking. There has to be a verifiable way. You know, you can verify who's tanking. Use AI to determine it. And if a team is actually, quote, convicted of tanking, let their draft possibility start at 10. You know, I mean,
I would go a step further. I would go a step further.
Yeah.
Not only do you lose the draft pick, to me, you should lose some salary slot on building your team out over X amount of years. Like, you need to make it so over the top, to me, to eradicate it. Like, I really believe that.
Well, and the other thing is these discussions about relegation. I mean, that does make sense logically. But, you know, in Britain or in Europe, if a team is relegated, their fans are still going to show up because they're true fans.
True.
They're fanatics. And here, these people are on their damn freaking telephones, and they don't even know what sports is. And yeah, I'm old, but I'm not stupid. And it is true. I have never heard tanking discussed. I don't mind. This is the first time I've called you guys or anybody in decades. But I'm just like, it's just such BS. I listen to this, and it really is the focus of sports media is cheating. So stop it. They have the means to stop it.
I agree.
Somebody's getting rich.
Were you outraged?
Shit, you know?
Were you outraged last night watching that? I couldn't believe. I got a lot of. I got my son I'm raising. I got a family. I could just turn it off. I could go to Netflix. No. I know this is my job.
No, how do you explain it to your kids? How do you explain it to your kids? I'm a sports. I'm listening to you guys at freaking before 9 a.m. in the morning. You know, I've been following the Warriors. I was, you know, blah blah blah. Been through the whole thing. You know, the Giants. I mean, I am like, Barry Bonds is not cheating. That's what they want to say is cheating.
Yeah.
This is such BS.
I agree.
You know, so that's how the narrative is spun. And just, it's time. I know you can't do it. You guys are affiliates. But you know, it's the organizations that are, you know, it doesn't have to be a conspiracy theory. There is an effective collusion between the guys that own these teams to let this system not change. Well, you know, so somebody's getting rich or somebody's content.
Thank you, Ned, and I appreciate the call. Not all the owners. Ishbia, the new owner of the Phoenix Suns, he was talking about this months ago, said no, he thinks it's a loser mentality. He would never do that. And you know what? To their credit, the Phoenix Suns
have fought hard.
Good storyline this year.
I agree.
Outside of the Dylan Brooks DUI, good story this year for the Phoenix Suns, who we all thought were going to be a lottery team, Joe.
Do you think the Clippers owner, Steve Ballmer, wants to not win?
No, he's obsessed with winning. The guy's, he's there every day, courtside. He's at all the games. He wants the team to win.
I agree. Yeah. Now we could argue about, are they inept or
have they made bad
win?
Have they made bad decisions? Yes.
Sure.
Shea Gilden's trade is bad.
With that. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, I just, the whole point is to win, dude. And he's right. The new second place is basically being dead last in the league.
If he ain't first or last, if he ain't first or last, Ricky Bobby.
I mean,
it was his dad, really. Ricky Bobby's dad in that other quote. Yeah.
Here, look at.
I was high when I said that.
So Joe, if you take away draft picks, I think that's a great start. If you take away money the very next year on the salary cap as a whole off that team, you're actually enabling them to spend less so that they're worse, so that they're back in the lottery again. No. The penalty needs to be like a 5 or 6 year penalty of that salary cap circumvention, because once that player that they do land is good, you need to penalize them then. Not after they've taken, like, once they take the players, like, they want to build the team around them. That's when you start to penalize them.
Ned was talking about, and Samita will get to you in a second, Pat in Foster City. Ned was talking about, how do you explain it to your kid? Well, it's really easy. Son, we need to lose this game so we can get a really good player. We need to lose. I know you think we need to win this game maybe, and you'd be happy to, but I'm telling you, The best case scenario for us is actually losing and getting a player because I can actually get a player's jersey that I want to buy you.
The famous game.
That's how you tell your kid.
Is Steiny here? Is he here right now? Bring him in. One of the most famous games of my childhood. One of the smartest plays of all time. It was Dominique versus Larry.
Text him.
87 playoffs. All right. And they were trading baskets back and forth. And I believe, if memory serves, Dominique was on a heater. And so was Larry. Again, they were trading baskets. It's one of the most epic games of all time. It's the playoffs. They were up 3.
Who?
The Celtics were. And
okay.
Danny Ainge made one of the smartest plays as a young Joe Shasky that I'll never forget, where he fouled up 3 so that he knew they had to go to the free throw line and he could only hit a couple buckets because that guy was so on fire, they were going to find a way to end up winning that game. And you did not want that guy mathematically. It was a smart play. You deliberately fouled to ensure that Dominique could not beat you. The reverse is happening in the regular season. We're fouling people to ensure we lose. Think about how far we've come. That 87 game is an infamous game because of the way they were trading baskets. And Danny Ainge is remembered by me, not because Larry and Dominique were, because he fouled them on purpose to help his team win.
Oh, were people mad about him for doing that?
No. It was one of the smartest plays ever.
You said infamous, so I didn't know. Yeah. Okay. It's famous.
It rose them. Yeah, it rose them to whatever.
No. I didn't. I wasn't alive for that. So no. You're good. Okay.
So like, I'm watching that game and I'm like, well, now I'm going to remember forever Dougie McDermott and Doug Christie fouling Steph Curry. I mean,
that's what Doug McDermott's got to feel so bad for laughing. Doug, I'm sorry to any Doug's family that's listening right now. He's going to be known for the most egregious attempt at tanking we've ever seen.
So now it's like,
and it's not his fault because his head coach is yelling at him.
To that guy's call, it's like now a young 8-year-old is out there and he's like, son, what a smart play by Dougie McDermott to foul him to ensure we lose.
Absolutely.
Why, Dad? To ensure we have a 1% better chance of getting the right pick, which will blow anyway.
You're damn right.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
You're damn right. Hope. It's like what the GM said in this Anthony Slater article, the anonymous GM. These teams are doing the whole gamut, sitting guys in the fourth, playing analytically, bad lineups, drawing up plays for bad shots. The creativity is impressive, and I don't blame them. It's the best strategy to get better. Look at all the most promising teams in the league.
Thunder, Spurs.
I'm not. Thunder, Spurs, Pistons, Rockets, Hornets. Years of being bad, building up on high picks. It's painful but worthwhile. He's right. It's absolutely right.
I would.
Conkinepple, product of a tank job. LaMelo Ball, product of a tank job. Cade Cunningham, product of a tank job. San Antonio Spurs, Victor Wembanyama, product of tanking. Those are all just facts. And
who was one of the best stories in the NBA last year?
Best stories in the NBA, the Pistons.
Okay, no, last year.
Yeah, the Pistons.
Okay.
They made the playoffs last year.
What about Tyrese Halliburton?
That was a good one.
He was on his second team, taken outside of the top 10.
Yeah.
We act like the only place to get someone is in the first 3 picks. Who has won more MVPs right now, not named LeBron?
And in history?
No, who's in the game right now? Jokic.
Oh, Jokic,
It's a second rounder. The guy who's screaming yesterday at the top of his lungs, Draymond Green, is a second rounder. We act like, yes, there's Wemby's. There's always going to be guys at the top of the draft that are really good. I just watched James Wiseman bust out of the league. He's the second overall pick. We act like this is a guarantee. We've got to change the system to not make it. It's the only way to get difference makers. I call BS on that.
Samita, Los Gatos.
I call BS on that.
Good morning, Samita. Long time no hear. How you doing? I'll get the legal. What's up, Samita? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a minute. I just wanted to weigh in on this tanking thing. First of all, you know what this is making me feel like? Remember when reality TV first came out and we're all watching it and we're like, oh my God, we have like a peek into these people's real lives, and then you find out it's actually scripted? That's what this is feeling like to me. Like, what are we doing here, right? And I think what the NBA is doing is, because of the influence of gambling and money, and everybody's trying to get their cut, it's become more of a business, less about the sports. You watch it to teach your kids about, this is what it's like to be a good teammate. Look at how they act after they lose. Look at the sportsmanship. Look at how hard they're trying. It doesn't show any of that anymore as this gets more and more prevalent. So I think the whole thing is just bad for the league. I'm not interested in watching as much as I was a few years ago. Secondly, I just got to say, with Steph Curry coming back, everybody says Draymond is the heart of the team, but Steph Curry is the nervous system of this team. Without him, I mean, when he's suited up to play, regardless of the minutes that he's playing, the whole vibe is completely different, which then leads me to really worry about what's coming next, because it's going to be a tough 10 years after Steph is done. And I'm not just a Steph Curry fan, I'm a Warriors fan. So I worry about what the future looks like. But, he does bring a lot of joy to the game, but that doesn't change the fact that the outcome of what the season is going to be for the Warriors does not